Hi there, I'm Belinda Doveston and welcome to the I Ching Cafe. As we look ahead to June 2019, have a look at what does June ask us to pay attention to and focus on. We reflect back that May was an interesting month where we were challenged to go and weed out the garden and go and sort out the things, the weeds that had crept into our beautiful garden and pull them out and get the house in order. Well, guess what? This month in June 2019, we get exactly the same beginning hexagram, hexagram 18, which is work on what has been spoiled. So that means we're in a period of time where we really are being asked to focus on getting the house in order, getting organized, sorting out the clutter, clearing out our homes, clearing out our businesses. What is the stagnant, chaotic mess in your business that you can remove? What is creating the headaches for you in June and last month that we're really being asked to pay attention to this idea of weeding the garden? Now in June this month, we have 4 changing lines. What that means is that we have literally 5 steps of change throughout the month. Every 6 days, we're going to go through a shift. And that means that compared to last month where we had just 2, it was, there was change, but it wasn't that dramatic. We have got 5 quick steps of change throughout the month. And that means hold on to your seats, strap in. It's going to be an interesting ride. So let's get to the month of June. So as a reminder, work on what has been spoiled is all about the garden, getting the garden sorted, weeded, looking at a particular area of our life or our business that needs some cleaning up. Perhaps it's your tax, your filing, administration, whatever it is that you put on the back burner for later because you're too busy doing something else. It's that thing that we need to pay attention to, the thing that's going to trip us up. And we're needing to go back and really renovate and pull out the weeds of something that's sat and got stagnant. So let's have a look at the changing lines for this month. We have changing lines in position 2, 3, 4, and 6. Let's go through what they mean. First up, which takes place round about the 6th of June, because we've got 6-day cycles throughout the month. And here we have a changing line that's challenging us to pull out the weeds and renovate the garden related to issues of nourishment and care. Things related to our emotional support, anything to do with nourishment and care. So perhaps it's how we nourish the garden. Maybe it's the water that we have not supplied into the garden and has created the opportunity for the luscious things to die back and the weeds to just kind of flourish. So where is the lack of nourishment in the situation? And where might you corrupt some of the issues around nourishment and care? So that's the first changing line round about the 6th of June. As we hit the second changing line in position 3, the 12th of June, we see the changing line that we had last month, which is all about dealing with authority, corruption through adhering religiously to the old ways of doing, traditional ways, the ways that the authority have told us is the way to do it. And so we're continuing that exact same theme we had last month of looking at our old traditional ways of doing things. And I do suspect that on a global level, we're going to see in the second week of June, around about the 12th, we're going to see some issues around corruption of authority come to light. So let's see what happens. And then we go to the 18th of the month, which is changing line position 4, which says our relationship with these traditional corrupt old ways of authority are starting to change, and we have to keep on being focused on letting go of the old ways and embracing new ways, letting go of the past and finding new ways of doing things, new processes, new approaches that you haven't yet used before. And the 4th changing line for this month in position 6, round about the 24th of June, says, warning, be conscious of corruption and negativity and weeds related to authority figures in business and leadership. So this is all about being conscious of the corruption that's taking place around you that is connected to you and not going there. Just staying focused on what you need to do. It's not a problem you have to fix. What you have to focus on is being true to your higher mission in this moment and being absolutely vigilant that you don't step into that world. So there's something around corruption or weeds or decay taking place in your environment or in your leadership structures around you that you're being warned against stepping into. Just stay focused on what you are here to do. Don't get involved. Just keep your head down and keep working. And as we round out the end of the month, after all this action and all this corruption and weeding and sorting and, negativity that's starting to come out of the ground and surfacing as weeds, we come to Hexagram 16 at the end of the month, which is called enthusiasm. And this hexagram is lovely. It talks about at the beginning of a movement, at the beginning of change, you need a leader who can rouse up the troops and get everyone excited and build enthusiasm and build the beginnings of movement. Now, obviously, movements require other things to make them go the long distance, but this is the rousing up of excited energy. This is drawing the resources together to achieve something. And this gives us a sense here that in June, after all this clearing and weeding and pruning and stuff that we're going to go throughout this month, that we end off the month with the ability to move forward and start to energize resources towards us. It's almost as if I get the feeling we're needing to clear out the garden so we can elicit all the helpers to step into the garden to plant new things that we couldn't do because there was such a mess and chaos there before. So great, wonderful, enthusiastic energy that says there's an opportunity with clarity and with movement to start moving forward and to draw to us the initial team, the tribe that are going to work with us to help us achieve this thing. So there's a sense here that help is coming, that support is coming towards the end of the month, but there's a lot for us to do in June. Good luck for the month. I know it's going to be difficult. We're going to sweat out in the midday sun trying to clear out this garden, whatever it relates to for your business, for your personal life, but just put in the effort. We've got this 2 months in a row. This is a very strong cycle of growth that we are being asked to pay attention to. As always, if you want to keep on getting the weekly updates, make sure you're subscribed to the channel, and of course share anything that you feel is meaningful for this month. And great exciting news, we also have a podcast version of this channel that if you'd like to rather listen to our outlines every month and every week, go along to Apple Podcasts, Stitcher or Google Podcasts and go subscribe to it there under I Ching Cafe. Thank you so much. Have a wonderful month and we'll see you at the next weekly update.